Welcome to another good e-reader comparison video. My name is Marcus.
And this is Peter.
And today we're going to compare the Amazon Kindle Fire against the Amazon Kindle 4th generation. This is pretty well a battle of e-ink versus LCD. Let me just fire some specs on you, and then we'll show you how the devices look, how they function with ebooks, and then a general overview on why you would choose one over the other. Kindle Fire, 7 inches, Gorilla Glass display, 1024 by 600 resolution, where the Kindle 4th generation is 6 inches, so just a little bit smaller. It has 600 by 800. The Kindle runs Linux, whereas the Kindle Fire runs Android. If you look at it like the CPU, the Kindle Fire runs a 1 gigahertz dual-core processor, while the Kindle 4th generation is only around a 500 megahertz. Memory is a 256 MB for RAM on the Kindle 4th generation, and it's also hasn't really increased too much for the Kindle Fire, only 512. Storage capacity for the Fire's 8 gigs, no expandable memory. Storage capacity for the Kindle 4th generation is only 2 gigs. They both do Wi-Fi, and they both read the same ebook formats, Kindle Format 8, as well as PDF and Mobi for side-loaded books. Let's look at basically the hardware.
All right, so this is not a This is a comparison video, not to see who walks out the victor. This is basically going to let you choose, make the decision yourself, which route you want to take. These are both the latest e-readers you can get from Amazon. This is the latest e-ink e-reader. This is the Kindle, or the Kindle 4. This is the latest and only Amazon Kindle color e-reader or tablet. So you cannot get any greater than this at the time. So looking at this one first, it is an e-ink screen, meaning that you will get outstanding contrast, paper-esque contrast on the screen. There's virtually no glare. You can't really beat an e-ink screen for reading a book, so this is something you won't get on an LCD. Looking at it, this is called the Kindle. They've turned the old ones with the keyboard into the Kindle Keyboard. There is no touchscreen navigation, and there is no dial or anything. There is an up, down, left, and right button with a confirmation button in the middle. There is a on-screen keyboard that you can bring up. Unfortunately, it is A to Z, not QWERTY, and you cannot change that. We've tried. There's a back button. There's a right-click button or settings button, and then there's a home button. This is one thing I've never agreed with on the Kindles. This is the home screen. I've never liked it. The list of books is the home screen. I don't really agree with that. But anyways, we have the back button, forward button, back button, and forward button. These are used for PDFs and books, changing pages. Nothing on the side, nothing on the top, nothing on the back, nothing on the other side. And on the bottom you have a power light indicator, micro USB slot, and a power button.
So suffice to say, there's no onboard audio. You can get about almost 2 months of battery life out of about a 4 or 5 hour charge on the Kindle. Looking at the two, obviously this is much more portable. This is more indicative to reading on the tube, on the trolley, the tram, SkyTrain, any way that you commute to getting to work. This will fit in your back pocket very easy. It's very light, weight-wise comparison. There's really no comparison. I mean, look at even how thick they are versus at each other. This is so thin, and it weighs next to nothing. Holding that for a few hours in one hand is not going to really cramp your style in more ways than one. Actually, I really dig the way that this looks aesthetically. I think it looks pretty sleek. It's by far not a multimedia device. It's used to read books, newspapers, and non-complex PDF books, and that's basically it. And that's what really makes it so affordable. Because of no onboard sound and no really frills or gimmicks, you can pretty well get it for about $140. In the US, if you buy it internationally, it does cost a little bit more. This is e-ink. this looks good in the sun. You could sit in the direct sun on the beach on vacation and it not really get a lot of glare. Whereas with an LCD screen, you could use it late at night reading, and you don't need any external lights, and you'll be able to read it perfectly. Let's take a look at basically the ebook experience, because this is really how we could compare it against each other. It doesn't really matter about the same book, but this is like the full experience. Obviously, with a 7-inch screen, we can fit a little bit more text on it. Peter, how can we change, if we wanted to change our fonts or line spacing, what type of freedom do both of these devices allow us?
So what you'd want to do is press the settings button and go to change font size. The old Kindles used to have an AA button here that they got rid of. I don't know why. I mean, a button or two here wouldn't hurt, but they want to keep costs down. So we also have a very lengthy very lengthy sizing of fonts you can choose, which is actually very nice. So on both of them, as you can see, you have extremely small to extremely large. Same on this. So this not being touchscreen, this not being keyboarded, it's very hard to navigate. You have to actually press button by button. You can't just simply touch. So.
But it actually changes dynamically, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's very convenient, because if it didn't and you had to exit and go back, that would really make things difficult. You have a couple typefaces, whereas on the Kindle Fire you have about 11 or 12, so there's no contest there. But this really, they have line spacing, nothing too serious, just enough to just tweak it a little bit. It's not going to drastically change your life here. Words per line, basically meaning the margins. You can change them on both. But it really comes down to what does the... Oh, I should mention this though. This is very nice. This is daytime mode. You can do nighttime mode, so it's easier on your eyes. Or you can do butter mode, so it's kind of softer. And obviously this would not have it, because if it's dark, you can still read on a backlit LCD. But if it's dark, you cannot read on a e-ink device because, well, there's no backlight.
Can you, with the original or the 4th generation Kindle, can you highlight words? Can you look them up in the dictionary? Is there any type of support for that?
Yes, you can actually. What you'd have to do, though, it's a little bit inconvenient, but it's really the only way. You'd have to manually press up and down and left and right and navigate to the word you want to highlight, because there is no touchscreen or typing on the actual device. You'd have to, navigate. So, for example, ominous you'd have to start the highlight. It's very
yeah, you see all the options there, like the start highlight.
Yeah.
So you kind of have like some visual cues, but it's not very intuitive.
No, you have to go above and beyond just to get something done. It's a little bit tedious. It's not really worth it. It's mostly just a straight up reading device. It's not meant for, looking up a note, saving a note and uploading it to a forum and saying, hey, on this page, I really like this note. It's more for just reading the book. This is more of the multimedia device, sharing, Twitter and Facebooking your latest entries in your book you've just found, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, looking up in Wikipedia, saving notes, exporting notes, highlights, searching within the book, searching on Google. It's, there's really no comparison in extra things that you can do. The Kindle Fire really is a full color device. So kids' books, magazines, full color PDFs, interactive books, applications, streaming videos. We do have some videos that we can show you. Well, we're not going to show you, but we'll show you that it does have integration with like Netflix, Hulu Plus, as well as 1-month membership of Amazon Prime. You can watch individual seasons of like Lost. You can watch video trailers of like movies, get the latest episodes of like The Walking Dead, which is one of my favorite shows actually on TV right now. And there's a lot of action here. So in closing, the Amazon Kindle Fire is an all-in-one multimedia device. You can do a lot more than just read books, whereas the Amazon Kindle 4th generation is designed to just read books. I like the fact that this lasts about 2 months, whereas this lasts about 7 to 10 hours at the most.
The battery life is incomparable. This one on one charge, once with Wi-Fi off, once the image produces itself, it no longer consumes battery. It will last months on end. Whereas this, yes, even if you just leave it on, it won't last very long.
Right, and you could buy books directly on this device too. So you can buy content on both of these devices. You can see here newspapers, magazines, Kindle singles. You can read blogs, New York Times bestsellers. So in terms of, you're tapping into the same ecosystem on both of these devices, but just this costs a lot more, but you get a lot more value out of it. So we've shown you the differences between e-ink and LCD. We'll leave it to you to decide for your needs why you would buy one of these devices over the other. If you live outside the US, you can buy these devices and get them shipped to you in time for the holidays at our retail partner Shopee Readers. So it's www.shopeereaders.com, and you can buy these devices as well as cases, screen protectors, and a whole lot more. So check them out, and you can get fast international shipping to Canada and everywhere else. So this has been a review or comparison video of the Amazon Kindle Fire and Amazon Kindle 4th generation for goodereader.com. My name is Marcus.
And this is Peter.
Everybody take care.